I have spent the last 3 years interviewing coroners across Washington State. I knew 3 years ago we were going to get a coroner, and it's always been a heart for me. And so I've been interviewing them. I've been talking to them about their policies and their procedures. But personally, I believe that being a coroner is about the body, the families, and administration. And so I have respect and compassion that I could offer to the families. I also have been interviewing and talking with pastors and support groups so that I have something to leave behind if something happens, so that the families have somebody that they can contact, because we're there for a short period of time. So I've been doing that. But I have been in the medical field for the last 17 years. I have spoken to more than 5,000 providers. I am experienced in terminology, body diseases, and all of those things. So that's what I've been doing. I'm also have been a business administrator. So for 20 years, I have been an administrator where I have been responsible for policies and procedures and budgets and all of those things. And not only responsible for, but I've actually written them and carried them out for the facilities that I've been the administrator for. And then I'm a guardian ad litem, and being a guardian ad litem takes care of that piece of investigation that we need. We go through 40 hours of training where we are trained on legal documentation, how to speak with families, and just how that legal process works. And so those are the three things that I believe qualify me to be the coroner of our county. Well, I looked at the budget, and I believe that I've talked to other coroners as well. So, as far as hiring the medical examiner, I think we have right now there is one that we use basically all of the time, but there's also different ways we can handle that, where we can Lewis County, they have a set of 5 that they rotate, and that seems to be fiscally helpful for them. I think that we have a budget. We do not exceed that budget, and we have to work within that budget. We also have the ability to, if we become accredited, we can apply for grants. But companies like Walmart, they actually do different types of funding for coroners' offices around Washington State. Benton County, they just got a grant so that they can, they have a room where they do different types of classes regarding drug abuse and how it affects, and so they got a grant where they were able to get a TV and a VCR and all that so that they can run these classes. So there's definitely ability to get funding, but we have a budget. We don't go over that budget, and I know that that's the most important thing, that we're dealing with the taxpayers' dollars, so we have to remain within that budget. We want to make sure that when we're asking for an autopsy, we do 9 to 11 a year. That's about our balance. The idea would be to keep within about 10% of that budget for that, as far as if we need to hire a medical examiner. But if we do our job as coroner, meaning, we have looked at medical records, we have documented everything, we have talked to the families, we've done everything we can to investigate exactly what might happen, then we're able at that point to give a probable cause of death, as long as we have done our job and investigated and talked to everyone involved with that person who has died, including the providers and families and all of those things. And then only if after we've done our job in that, then that's when we know whether an autopsy is required. And of course, if it's criminal, then obviously that is immediately required. So that's how I think we can decide. But first, we have to do the work to get there, and then not make a hasty judgment in order to say, oh, wait, I have no idea, let's bring in a medical examiner. I think that they should care, because right now our prosecutors are doing the job as coroner, but now that we have gone over 40,000, we would want one person dedicated to taking care of the families, taking care of the person who's died, and taking care of our taxpayers' dollars. I think that that is our requirement, and I think that that's why everybody asks those three questions, actually, and I think that that's the answer. We need someone who's responsible to take care of those, manage what this huge responsibility is, and that's why voters should take special attention, because we're moving ahead and we're growing as a community, and as we grow, we want somebody in this position that actually sets the standard so that years from now we can follow those standards. And so I think that that's why they should take special attention to being a coroner being elected.